Friday night. And they're doing 2 nights in, as I say, in the Alley Theatre in Strabane Unplugged, and the lineup is just something else. They are 2 different shows on 2 different nights, not the same shows. And they've kindly given us a pair of tickets away for Thursday night and for Friday night, right? And if you fancy winning a pair of tickets for Thursday night or for Friday night, we've got a question for you, right? It's a very, very tricky question. And the Alley Theatre is in which town? Is it A, Strabane, or is it B, Derry? If you think you know the answer, 086 60 25,000. With your name, please, if you don't mind. 086 60 25,000. Is the Alley Theatre in A, Strabane, or B, the other one? Okay, and that's, we'll keep the lines open till about 9 o'clock or so. And as I say, tickets are available. There are not too many left for the Alley Theatre this weekend, and you can go to thealleytheatre.com and you can get the link straight through. If you like a good night of live entertainment and a lovely setting, well, I'll tell you what, let us know. 086 60 25,000. The Alley Theatre is in what town? A, Strabane, or some other town? Anyway, welcome. We say hello and we welcome our first studio guest, and it is for a band called, I better watch what I say here, Folkin' About. How's doing, lads?
How's it going?
Going good, and I'm joined by Neil Kemmy and Kieran Kelly. You're both very welcome. Thank you, Steve, for coming up.
Thank you for having us.
Tell me this. This is how long has Folkin' About been together, Liam? Neil, I beg your pardon. I said Liam again.
You're all right. We've been playing now for about 5 years with Folkin' About. Before that, we had a couple of different bands going. Started off with a band called The Great Leprechaun Scandal, and moved on then to a band called The White Shadows. And Folkin' About is a one-piece, but Kieran here would join regularly if a bar or a party would ask for a second person to play.
Okay.
Kieran would play with me quite a bit. He's a fantastic mandolin player. He's a great fellow to play with.
Great stuff. And when you're out and about, Neil, is it your do you obviously you play to the crowd, you have to, like, but do you get a chance to do you write songs? Do you write?
I do. I have a good few songs written, and I have a chance playing a few of them out at live gigs.
Just fire them on to see what the reaction is. What kind of reaction do you notice to them? Do you know,
some of the songs that I've done before, like we had a CD done when I was younger, and a couple of people had bought the CD, and you see ones nodding their head and whatnot, recognising it in the background. More recently, I have a few new songs now that I haven't played out yet, and hopefully next year now I'll have them on a CD and
brilliant.
People start to hear them then.
Well, why not? Right, well, I'll tell you what, we're going to go straight into a piece of music if you don't mind. So first up for tonight, Neil?
So we're going to do The Town I Love So Well.
Oh, beautiful.
So,
in your own time, when you're ready.
In my memory I will always see the town that I have loved so well, where our school played ball by that old gas yard wall, and we laughed through the smoke and the smell. Going home in the rain, running up the dark lane, past the jail and on behind the fountain. Those were happy days in so many, many ways, in the town I loved so well. In the early morning, the shirt factory horn called women from Cregan, the moors and the bog, while the men on the dole played a mother's role, fed the children and then trained the dog. And when times got tough, there was just about enough, and they saw it through without complaining. For deep inside was a burning pride in the town I loved so well. There was music there in the dairy air, like a language that we could all understand. I remember the day that I earned my first pay, when we played in a small pickup band. There I spent my youth, and to tell you the truth, I was sad to leave it all behind me. For I learned about life, and I found for me a wife in the town I loved so well. But when I returned, how my eyes, oh how they burned, to see how a town could be brought to its knees by the armour cars and the bombed out bars, and the gas that hangs on to every breeze. Now the army's installed by that old gas yard wall, and the damn barbed wire gets higher and higher, with their tanks and their guns. Oh my God, what have they done to the town I love so well? Now the music's gone, but they still carry on, for their spirit's been bruised, never broken. They'll not forget, for the hearts they are set on tomorrow and peace once again. For what's done is done, and what's won is won, and what's lost is lost and gone forever. I can only pray for a bright, brand new day in the town I loved so well.
Lovely, beautiful. Do you know, as I would say, about for that song to sound good, you need to have the voice to deliver it, and you certainly have.
Thanks very much.
It's a lovely ballad and a great tune indeed. Right, we're going to move on. I just want to discuss, Kieran, when I'm watching you with the mandolin. It looks a beautiful instrument.
Aye, it is a beautiful instrument. Aye.
Tell me a bit about that.
This one here, it came from America. I was over in Hollies, and my uncle plays over there, Declan Houghton. And he had the same one, and I just liked it, so I went over and I got one for myself then.
It's one of the nicest ones I've ever seen now. It's beautiful.
Yeah.
It's not the usual shape of them, is it?
No, it's a different style. I normally they come with a sound hole, but this is, no, it's a Godin, or a Godin, I think they're pronounced, but no, it's probably one of the best sounding ones
is that
right
right?
now.
It looks amazing now, it really does. Tell me, is that the only instrument you play, or?
I play a few different things, just featuring a bit different ones.
How long are you playing the mandolin?
Playing this since, I'd say, 10 or 11 years of age, I'd say.
You just self-taught?
Self-taught. I got a bit of lessons in with it. As I say, the uncle Decky had one, and that's where I got the want to play it from him then.
Brilliant.
I asked him, remember one time, you know, how can we play the mandolin? He said, well, who else do you know plays one? So I think it's one of the reasons why then it kind of stands out.
It is a standout instrument. When
Aye.
you see it, it adds a lovely, and I can understand what you're saying, Neil, when, somebody wants a two-piece, there's an added, lovely added thing to
definitely.
it,
Yeah.
Vocally, do you sing much yourself too?
No, not
You're-
really. No,
you're
I
not
just
a
like to.
singer.
I like to hide in the background.
modest.
Very good, very good, yeah. There's nothing wrong with that, I suppose, at times. So tell me, Neil, the gigging, where do you be, or where do you play, or?
So Square Bar would kind of be the neutral, or the hub that we would normally play out of in Kilmanny, and that's a regular gig in there, so it is. Play down in Donegal Town in McCafferty's.
Oh, good spot. Great
Yeah.
music bar, that.
It is. The Rusty Nail in Kilmanny there as well, and
Right.
down in the Porterhouse in Westport is a great spot to play music in as well.
Oh, very good. And do you go? Where do you say Westport?
Yeah, we're down there a few times a year.
Whereabouts do you play in there?
The Porterhouse.
Oh, very good.
Yeah, it's a great bar.
I was on there recently. That's very bad. I missed that, but is there some great music down there always?
Oh, there
Always
is.
in Westport.
There's some great musicians down there.
Absolutely.
Lovely to listen to them.
There really is. What's your musical interest? I beg your pardon.
It's kind of broad. I really love the music from the Pogues, the likes of Shane McGowan. He's
Yes.
just, he'd be my idol, so he would.
Aye.
Any kind of Dubliners, Christy Moore, they're all
Yeah.
people I would follow. And then I have a keen interest in rock music as well, so I could go range from anything really. Pearl Jam, Metallica, that kind of music. I love that. I love listening to it.
And when you're gigging, what style do you go? Do you sit, or do you keep away from the poppy stuff? And
I don't do any pop music, and I don't
No.
really do any country music either. It'd
Aye.
be, I suppose it'd be a middle of the road music, and folk music. So it depends on the crowd. Like, I have a good repertoire of songs there, a couple of 100 songs to choose from, and then I'll use them there depending on what reaction I get from the crowd.
you don't go on with a set list and
No.
say that's no.
No.
It never works, doesn't it?
No, it doesn't, no.
It doesn't. You could have a great night one night with some songs, and the next night not as good. So
That's
you,
it,
you
aye.
have to pull ones on then just to.
You just gauge from the crowd.
Exactly, that's great. So if people want to get in contact with you, are you on the all the socials, or?
Yeah, so I'm on Facebook and Instagram under Folking About, and you can contact me by message on them.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Excellent. So what's the plans then going ahead, just to sort of keep what you're doing?
Well, I'm
or-
at this full time now, and I'm looking just to keep going with it and kind of get into the weddings, the pre-receptions there before
Yes.
the meal, where people are gathering at the
They're
hotel.
actually a big thing now.
They are,
Yeah.
and a lot of people are looking at it. So we've done a few wedding fairs. The Ballyliffin Lodge and Spa have done a couple there this year, and as recently as a couple of weeks ago. And I've done them with Perfect Bliss as well, the Red Door, and things have gone well from that there. Good feedback.
That's exactly what they asked you. Good feedback. From
Yeah,
them.
so you
That's
play
good.
for a few songs, and then you just chat to ones about what you do, and give
But it's
them-
nice that because there is a period there where you come under the reception till you get your meal and whatever, and there's sort of like dead space, dead time.
yeah, it
you
can
know.
be a bit of a lull, like before the
Aye.
meal.
And I've been at that, and I appreciate that. It's nice that that we touch there, just as you say, nothing mental, like just
Exactly,
nice.
background noise.
Background noise is right. Ryan Doherty says he's proud of you, cuz.
Oh, that's
There
my
you
cousin
go.
Ryan now. How you doing,
And
Ryan?
Mickey Duffy up there, and our good friend Mickey up in Ballybofey said they're brilliant.
Thank you very much.
Very much.
So tell me this: the weddings are everything. I suppose it's like everything that happened during the lockdown. Your music just stopped too.
Yeah, it stopped for a couple of year and a half. Couple of
Did you
years
go
now.
online then, or did you?
I did a few gigs online. At the start, I did on 3 or 4 of them, and it was very different because even though people are watching and your friends and your family and all's online, it's complete silence when you
I know.
finish the song and you're looking around the room. What will I do next?
That's exactly what everybody
So,
says.
Yeah, but no, it was grand.
You're talking into a camera just, and you don't know, like, well, you probably see wee numbers and stuff coming up, but it is a different thing.
It
Totally.
is, and you're reading the messages on the screen and you can't see them, and
The only thing it was handy to point. I think do you know what it done? I think for a lot of people, it just broke that kind of cycle of doing nothing. At least we're doing something,
Aye.
and the head staying balanced. But you know what I mean.
that's it.
Right. Well, we're going to take an ad break, and I would love you to come back with another piece of music. And the next one's going to be.
It's a rainy night in Soho.
Oh, brilliant! Love this one. On the way after this break, don't go away.
Breedon's Furniture, Cooley-Maville. With over 40 years of experience in furniture and floor coverings, they've got Irish-made furniture, suites, beds, mattresses, dining, flooring, slide robes and occasional furniture. Great prices and large selection now available at Breedon's Home Furnishers, Cooley-Maville.
Wellness awaits at the multi-award-winning V-Spa, set within the confines of the 4-star Villa Rose Hotel Ballybuffet. As a sanctuary of tranquility and relaxation, the V-Spa specialises in advanced facials together with Medi-Spa treatments featuring chemical pills and microneedling. This September, the V-Spa have released a collection of autumn wellness packages that are guaranteed to leave you feeling refreshed and rejuvenated. View the autumn spa packages online today on villarose.ie.
Hello, how can I help you?
I'm looking to claim on my insurance policy.
Okay, and what type of chip do you need to claim for?
It's not a chip. I was in a minor accident.
And was your windscreen chipped in this accident?
No, it's just my backlight and the bumper.
So your windscreen is not chipped?
No?
Unfortunately, our policies only cover chips.
Do you get the feeling that you're not getting the right cover? Well, at Local Insurance, we are Irish owned and understand your needs. Call us today for a bespoke quote on 0818 894 444. Local Insurance, we'll get you sorted. The Local Insurance Network, DAC Trading's Local Insurance, is regulated by the Central Bank of Ireland. Local Insurance is a tied insurance intermediary of Acorn Brokerage Limited. Acorn Brokerage Limited, trading as Acorn Insurance, is regulated by the Central Bank of Ireland.
The best music on your station with Paul McDevitt.
I've been loving you a long time. Down all the years, down all the days. And I cried for all your troubles. Smiled at your funny little ways. We watched our friends grow up together, and we saw them as they fell. Some of them fell into heaven, some of them fell into hell. I took shelter from a shower, and I stepped into your arms on a rainy night in Soho. The wind was whistling all its charms. I sang you all my sorrows. You told me all your joys. Whatever happened to that old song? To all those little girls and boys, those little girls and boys. Sometimes I wake up in the morning, the ginger lady by my bed, covered in the cloak of silence. I hear you talking in my head. I'm not singing for the future, I'm not dreaming of the past. I'm not talking of the first time. I never think about the last. Now the song is nearly over. We may never find out what it means. Still there's a light I hold before me, for you're the measure of my dreams, 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 the measure of my dreams.
Yeah, brilliant. Pure
Thank you.
quality, absolute quality, absolutely brilliant.
Thank you very much.
Do you know it's a version that, your style of music is a style of music I would love to sit in a bar someday. It would keep me in a bar. Do you know that kind of way? It would. It's not in your face, and it would be stuff you can sing along with in a,
Yeah,
in a easygoing way.
pub music.
Beautiful. It is pub music and it's class. So well done on that. That's. I'm just thinking about that album when it came on. I remember when the album came out. The Pogues brought it out in 1985. It was, and it was called Rum Sodomy and the Lash. It was. I always think it's only Shane MacGowan get away with an album title like that. I think it was their second studio album, But it's funny about you talk about the likes of Shane MacGowan there, Neil, and stuff. Like growing up, you didn't really appreciate it. I didn't think, you know what I mean? And then all of a sudden, then a penny dropped. He's absolutely brilliant.
Yeah,
He's
he's
songwriting
fantastic.
skilled. I know he's went through the wars, but amazing songwriter, definitely, and a great delivery. And I always said about his songs, you know what I mean? You really don't know the words. You can just sort of carry on like him and sing along with him. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? The later ones. The folks in the Square Bar say, "Good man," Neil and Kieran, sounding super lads. Oh, there you
As
go.
always. Thank
And
you very
Jared
much.
Harkin says, "Well done, lads. Sounds great." And Barry Doherty was on. Barry said, "You're sounding great, lads." There you are. Good following there. And if you want to get, it is Folk and About. And this is guaranteed crack as always, of course. And Sophia and Aoife, am I saying that right? A-F-E?
Hi, Sophia and Aoife Tolan.
Aoife.
Aoife's my godchild.
Ah,
They're
lovely.
in England there.
They're loving listening to Neil Cammy all the way from Long Eaton over there in England. Isn't that lovely?
It is.
Well done. And thanks for joining us. And I hope you enjoy the rest of the music that the lads is going to play for us. And Ducky Callahan said, "You're brilliant, lads. Absolutely brilliant."
Thanks, Dougie.
So when you're writing, when you're writing, I'm sort of I'm listening to your style, and I've sort of imagined the style of music you would write. Would you be writing thinking, are you down along the ballad kind of a way or
Yeah.
folk?
I enjoy the ballad, something that tells a bit of a story, and I suppose the slower, lower kind of tone would suit me a bit better as well.
Yes.
I suppose whenever I do try to write a song, it depends on what kind of mood I'm in. How
yeah.
whatever way comes out, and don't really finish them for a while, and then I'll go back to them and
Yes.
batter away with them again. Then
It's funny you see that everybody that you meet, and it's always a question I love asking. I just love what inspires people to read what stops them and put a song and that. But everybody's got their own way of doing it, and it's equally as good. You know what I mean? Do you write things down, or do you?
I would tend to write the words of a song before I put the music to it, and then other times then I might have a melody there that I want to play along with, and I would give Kieran a copy of what I've got, and he would put mandolin to it.
Excellent.
I have a friend there,
Excellent.
Shane Devlin as well, plays the banjo, and he would play
Very
it
good.
as well. So.
That's good. Do you play in a trio or anything much? No. Just-
Sometimes we get together with the main band that we had going for years. Like there could be 6 or 7 of us, and we're very lucky. See down in Kilmanny there's that big network of musicians there that nobody's at it really full time, but everyone gets together and plays. And you'd have myself and Kieran Friel there as well.
Aye.
Paddy Harkin, Shane Devlin plays the banjo. Virgil Wilson and Paul Harkin and Tommy Doherty. But, there's a great crowd of lads there, and we've great crack playing.
And Ben Bradley said you're an inspiration to the nation.
Good man, Ben.
And Kieran was with Modern Art before.
That's Modern Art, yeah, that's right.
There you are. Somebody's just let us know that, Kieran.
That was, yeah, we
Is
were
it?
here before. It was
Aye,
about
aye.
7 years ago.
Oh, I'm sure. No, we're,
Aye.
God almighty, time
Time is ticking,
flies.
yeah.
It's funny, when we were talking about times, we always say, you're up about a year ago, no, 2 years ago, no, the pandemic is on there for 2 years, you weren't here, and like you're back to 5 years before you know it, 7 years, you say, and it's great. But since we've come back to kind of normality as such, if you call it that, I've noticed more music coming our way than ever before. You know what I mean?
This year has been very busy, and there's pubs that generally didn't have music in the past are starting to look for music now because it seems to be everywhere wants it. It's brilliant now for people that are playing music. There's no shortage of it, and long may it last.
Were you full time prior to the pandemic?
No, I wasn't. I was playing at the weekends, and stuff like that there, but I'm looking to go more during the week as well, and
Yes.
again, the weddings will help build up the...
Absolutely, the will.
It
And
is.
that style of music you've got is just natural for it. It is really, really, it would just, I would love to be in the wedding and that on. You'll bother get me in for my dinner. I'm telling you to play away there. But so this weekend, whereabouts can people find you?
So I'm playing in the Shamrock Bar in Fulcara on Friday night,
The Shamrock.
and on Saturday night I'm in Simpson's Bar in Carndonna, and then on Sunday I am in the Rusty Nail just outside Clonmany.
Yes. Oh, you're not too bad. Well,
Yes,
Falcara's a wee bit of run, but it's not that far.
No, it's
Good
not too
crowd
bad.
down there. Good, always a good crowd.
This will be my first night there, so I'm
Was
looking
it?
forward to it. Yeah.
Oh no, you'll be blown away. Great crowd there, good atmosphere in that wee bar. We're down there many's a time. Don't think I was fired out of it, but I've definitely done it. But anyway, listen, if you just tuned in, we are talking to Folk and About, and it's Neil Kemmy and of course Kieran Kelly on mandolin, and they've done two brilliant tunes for us. Once again, we're giving listeners a chance if they want to go along to the Unplugged sessions this Thursday night and Friday night in the Alley Theatre in Strabane. As I say, two brilliant nights of entertainment lined up with some of the best that are about. We had Paddy Nash up here a few weeks ago, and Paddy and the Happy Enchiladas will be, well, I don't know if the Enchiladas, but the Paddy Nash trio will definitely be there. They're on the Thursday night, and I've been talking to a lot of people around the town, especially in Strabane, are really looking forward to it. So if you fancy winning a pair of tickets for either Thursday night or Friday night, all you got to do is answer this question. What town is the Alley Theatre in? Is it A Strabane or is it B Derry? 086 60 25,000, and text us. Don't be WhatsApping because I don't think the WhatsApp yoke's working too well. And we'll keep the lines open for a while yet. So it's a couple of tickets if you want them, and a good night guaranteed if something like the last night. Strabane Unplugged. 086 60 25,000. What theatre is the, what town is the Alley Theatre in? Is it in Strabane or Derry? I would say Strabane. But right, another tune for us, Neil, if you don't mind.
Yeah, so we're going to do the House of the Rising Sun.
Oh,
Give that one a blast, I know.
absolutely. You're picking belting tunes there, hey, they really are, What was I listening to the other? Oh, I was listening to somebody doing a cover the other day. I can't forget it. And they changed it under their own.
Yeah.
I love that when they get that, because Paul Casey done that recently with that ELO track, Hold On Tight, and he just made it his own. Absolutely brilliant. Right, do you need to tune up, or are you okay?
I think should be alright, hopefully.
But sure, if you're not, then we'll go for nap. Right, sing it live in the studio, of course, Folk and About on a Monday night.
There is a house in New Orleans they call the Rising Sun, and it's been the ruin of many a poor boy, and God, I know I'm one. My mother was a tailor, sewed my new blue jeans. My father was a gambling man, way down in the New Orleans. And the only thing a gambler needs on a drum. Oh, mother, tell your children not to do what I once done. Spend your life in sin and misery, in the house of the rising sun. Well, I have one foot on the platform, the other's on the train. I'm going back to New Orleans, to wear that ball and chain. There is a house in New Orleans they call the rising sun, and it's been the ruin of many a poor boy. And God, I know I'm one.
Absolutely. On the money there. My God, you know, for a song that's what 58 years old, it was just a way ahead of itself.
Yeah, it's a great song.
Really was. And a song that was taken. You know, a lot of people thought it was written about Vietnam, but apparently a lot of American soldiers, when they were stationed in there, this was their song. They stuck to it, and everybody then thought it was about Vietnam, but it wasn't. But it's absolutely brilliant. Anyway, that's just a little nonsense for me. Just, you know what I mean. Loads of people getting in touch. Laura Grant said you're just brilliant. And Terry McHugh, Terry, how you keeping? Terry says classic tune, and you're sounding great, lads. And Jacqueline Duffy says brilliant, lads. So
Thanks very much.
people looking for you. And who have we got here? Sounding great, guys. Keep them coming from all the crew in Letterkenny. And Neil and Kieran are sounding fab as always from Brian and Samantha Doherty.
Oh, thanks very
Thank
much.
you very much.
Getting a great reaction here. You really, really are.
Thank you.
And if anybody's listening in that has influenced some of the pubs or bars, this is what you want in your place. Let me tell you, that class bit of music there. You playing the time much here?
No, next year now I've got a good few gigs in McCafferty's, Sonny McSwine's.
Aye.
So we'll be down there next year now.
Some great music down there at the minute.
Yeah.
Oh my God, it's just amazing. So well done to, and you know you have to give it to the all the pubs and restaurants and clubs and whatever else for doing that, fighting back and supporting the music as well. You know what I mean? Because it's a struggle for them too. There's no doubt about that. But if it keep me in a place if there's good music, I'll guarantee that. So anyway, listen, it's almost 12 minutes in front of 9 o'clock on a Monday night, the Monday night sessions. I know with these boys contracted in for 3 songs, but would there be any chance of getting a 4th one?
Yeah, no problem at all.
Would you know 4 songs? Right, I'll tell you what we'll do. You have a think about it.
Yeah.
I'll take an ad break and we'll come right back. Folk and About on Highland Radio.
The future of public transport is bright, with the Transport for Ireland network growing and improving throughout the country. Increased demand for bus travel has led to many exciting new professional bus driver vacancies across a wide range of bus companies. Driving a bus for a living can offer long-term job stability and contributes towards a greener, more sustainable community. It's time to explore a role in bus driving that moves you and others. Visit transportforireland.ie to find out more.
Since she got her free hearing aids with her PRSI at Specsavers, Roisin is a changed woman. Music has never sounded better, and that makes her dance. And dance. And dance. Her singing, though, well...
Free hearing aids with PRSI at Specsavers. Music to your ears. Find out more online. Terms and conditions apply.
This is Highland Radio with Paul McDevitt.
It is indeed, and you're welcome back, as I said, in studio, Folk and About, and they are available, and you can check them out on all their social media pages out there, and you're bound to see them somewhere. And if you're wondering where they will be appearing, all the details is up there, and all their Instagrams and Twitters and whatever else. Right, Kieran and Neil, last song for me. You're going to do what?
Yeah, so we're going to do Go Lassie Go.
Oh, lovely.
This is for Michelle, my wife. She requested this one earlier, but I wasn't going to do it. So now they've got another song. I'm going to give it a blast.
So negative. Michelle, sorry about that. There's no way could you do that. Not your wife says play me a song and I'll play anything but that one.
She must have messaged in.
Lola Kelly said, well done, Folk and About from all the Kellys and Tulla. Mighty stuff, lads. There you go.
That's my crew.
Thank you.
Right. Whenever you're ready. This is for Michelle.
This is for Michelle.
You're a lucky man there.
I forget the words now.
Oh, jeez, I'll make them up for you, don't worry.
Oh, the summertime is coming, and the leaves are sweetly blooming, and the wild mountain thyme grows around the bloomin' heather. Will you go, lassie, go? And we'll all go together to pluck wild mountain thyme all around the bloomin' heather. Will you go, lassie, go? I will build my love a bower near yon pure crystal fountain, and on it I will pile all the flowers of the mountain. Will you go, lassie, go? And we'll all go together to pluck wild mountain thyme all around the bloomin' heather. Will you go, lassie, go? If my true love she were gone, I would surely find another where wild mountain thyme grows around the bloomin' heather. Will you go, lassie, go? And we'll all go together to pluck wild mountain thyme all around the bloomin' heather. Will you go, lassie, go? And we'll all go together to pluck wild mountain thyme all around the bloomin' heather. Will you go, lassie, go? Will you go, lassie, go?
Magic. Absolutely beautiful.
Thank you.
Thank you very, very much. You know, it's a song, it's actually a relatively new song, that song. When I say new, about 1957, Francis McPeak, have you ever heard of the McPeaks? I think, what do you call it? Barnbrack, some of the boys are playing it.
Barnbrack, yeah.
Francis McPeak wrote that in 1957. The reason I know it, I happened to be listening to a couple of versions of it, and the Barnbrack boys came up on it. It's a beautiful song, nice. And do you know the thing about them songs, which I like, it's the fact, keep them going. It's relevant to keep them songs,
definitely.
you know. And because there's some great songs that you don't want to ever fade away. But listen, Kieran and Neil, it's been an absolute delight having you here. It was really, really enjoyable. Your music's, you compliment one another very, very well. And long may it last. So this weekend once again, you can tell people where you're at.
So the Shamrock Bar in Fulcara on Friday night, Simpson's Bar and Restaurant in Carndonna on Saturday night, and Sunday in the Rusty Nail, Crossconnell, Kilmanny.
Brilliant. So listen, best of luck and continued success. And she'll pop up again maybe in 7 years' time.
I would love to, yeah.
Listen, boys, thanks very much. That's Folk and About. Check them out on their Facebook, their Twitter. Is it just called Folk and About?
Just Folk and About,
And it's an N in between it now. And watch what way you spell it.
There's no.
Is there?
There's no folk. Just make sure there's not a U.
Oh no, I know. Don't but I tell you something, I'm glad to get this done here because my brain would kick in me something else here, quite easy. Thanks indeed, lads. Thank you.
Thank you very much.